The good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn...
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them. I'ma break them, I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike. 180. Mike. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
Mike, 53. We got it. 53.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. Trubisky fighting the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
Jet bomber. Hey, alert. Check 24. Back. He's coming. We got double up.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
I'm here all day. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Red, up. Red, up. Hey, I-7. 53's mine. Check, right.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Yellow, 180. Let's go, D.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And an acrobatic catch there by Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots, but What's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 42 yards.
Yellow. Let's go, little lady. 59. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Play it. 59 yards.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now this throw caught left side. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 27 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Get up! 180! 44. Get ready! Get ready! Get ready!
Out of the gun, Trubisky. On the move to his left. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Trey Burton there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make... It got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Trubisky will throw. It's caught. Cooper. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a second and long. Eluding the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit. On third down, Trubisky. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That hold coming from the left side of the line. Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him. 3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spending
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. And this is going to be a safety. as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Recall, 132 fight. Exit. Let's go, Martin.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Check the backer, check the backer.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now it's Trubisky. turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Incomplete. Both players were there, offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 48, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Anthony Hitchens, 2nd in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky out to his left. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. This one into the hands of Burton. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it with pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
18.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. The end result, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Flushed out right. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Smooth. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 44, Mike, 44. Check pass.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They go play action with Trubisky. He's got the connection to Cooper. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about...
And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
50 yellow.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Again, it's Williams. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Under 10. Attack. Hey, let's go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.